everyone, welcome to Jasper's History Facts. Da-na-na. Well, today is April the 17th, and on this day in 1895, the Treaty of Shimonoseki, I believe is how it's pronounced, was signed between the Japanese and the Chinese, ending the First Sino-Japanese War. Um, China loses this war. In the treaty, Korea becomes independent. They also cede Taiwan, and China also has to pay a big indemnity to Japan. This will start a pretty bad time for China. China kind of goes through a little bit of a rough period here. Um, they've kind of already been picked apart by a lot of the Western nations, and pieces there, pieces here, all sorts of different things. But this makes it a lot worse. After losing to the Japanese, the Western nations are like, hey, we can get a little bit more out of China. Let's go. Come on, let's go do it. And so they do, because they see China as weak. And, I mean, realistically, they kind of are at this point. China is not like what we think of China today. China today is much more considered a superpower. Well, they're not really considered a superpower. They're considered a great power, not a superpower. But a great power in the world today. Um, and they are considered very strong by many nations and by many people. But at this time, China really isn't. They are a big nation, and they do have the population to be a powerful nation. Or China's one thing that it's always had is a large population. Typically, throughout most of world history, they've had some of the largest populations that any country has had, which is really saying something, seeing as how like nations, as we think of them today, really didn't exist. But China has always had a large population that feels very Chinese, you could say. But China has this large population, but they just don't have the ability to use it effectively um, in a sense of making themselves very strong, like a lot of the Western nations or even the Japanese do. And so it's one of the reasons why they lose this war against the Japanese, and it's more of China having a very humiliating time, um, which is just not the best for them. But now you know.